2:07.
Good time.
We're having goo because this one's bonking.
I need help.
You know what bonking is?
Yeah, you told me last time.
She knows what bonking is, but she doesn't recognize when she gets noob.
Thanks, Coach.
She's having tea and I'm having wine. We're having a grand old time here.
Yeah. This is how couples get together.
Wait, you have to have the picky up.
You know my group. Cool. Yeah.
This is how we roll.
It's gonna fly away if I keep my pinky up.
Yeah, look at that. Well, let me have some. I think that's better than the caramel shit you got before.
I like it. I like Gatorade. Mine looks weird. It's like Gatorade something. People are coming in from the store. They're dying down. Mid-afternoon. That's in the morning and evening. It's like 1:50.
Nope, 2:07.
I'll do it then. 2 hours back, we get back by 4, and then I'm gonna take a big nap. You can film that. Me talking.
I'm always having to check my phone for the time. My phone has a broken camera, but it tells the time correctly. Whereas all these phones I'm switching between today,
Yep.
the time on them is all off. It's all, 4 p.m. or noon or whatever random timer is going on the internal clock.
Unfortunate.
Bordeaux, product of France. 14% alcohol, which means it's about a 4-pack of beer.
You definitely had 3.5 then.
Yep.
Because I've had a hat.
You didn't drink a half of this.
I sipped.
You drank maybe a quarter.
So a quarter of a beer.
No, so you still whole beer.
What? A whole beer?
Yeah, this
Damn.
is 14%. So a quarter of it is about 4%. Beer is about 4%. Party like it's 1999. Woo!
Yeah. There we are.
2020.
20s.
It's the like that one movie with the flying cars. Instead of flying cars, we're arguing about masks. That's the we have to go back to go forward. That's what I'm saying.
But we're gonna have lightsabers in the next year,
Yeah,
Scientifically speaking.
we have to make up for
Lost time.
2020. Oh, there's the tweet that everyone finds super funny.
What?
So somebody said on a social network, maybe 2020 was a warning from a time traveler. Hindsight is 2020, and we just didn't get the reference, or it got lost in translation or something. Well, now we know.
I think our reference to 2020 vision is funny. Cool. Like, your perspective on the past is like seeing the 2020 vision. I think that's the original wording. That's how I understood it, but again, lost in translation. Who knows? Yeah, I have Thank you. I should buy more of those because I'm running out of the caffeine.
Yeah, why'd you buy non-caffeinated?
I just bought what I could find. It was my first try.
bad. And I'll also, if it's like really pushing my limit, I'll buy some of the powder crap that goes in the water. Well, it surprisingly works. There's a couple different companies that make it.
Oh.
The
Caffeinated?
yeah, it's caffeinated and it has like electrolytes and a bunch of other stuff to keep you awake. The only problem is if you don't clear your water bottle afterwards, like people doing this too. There's a couple people not falling over.
Pre-workout. I should have taken that before. That stuff is insane. Like, it's like you take some, and then you're so caffeinated, you need to, like, skin tingles. And you're like, I need to sweat this all out.
Yeah. Well, the only problem with the powders that go in the water bottles is if you don't clear the water bottle afterwards, then
It gets sticky.
no,
Gunky.
it combines with the plastic in the water bottle and like completely destroys it. It then makes the water in that water bottle always taste like shit.
Yep. Gross.
Chemicals. Da, 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 da.
I was impressed with that guy cooking the food in the chemical bag last night. I still find that mind-blowing. 2018. Technology. Cook with chemicals.
We're watching a online video on military rations. That's what she's talking about.
Yeah. Camping food for the experts. For the professionals.
I do look good with your haircut. Thank you.
Just a reminder, I love you.
Love you too.
Thank you.
So we gotta gear up and roll out soon,
Yep.
so that this one can sleep and we can record the ride home before we run out of all the batteries on all our devices.
Ooh. This is funny. Just turned your head and I started scratching your chin. See how quiet it is now because the waves died down?
Well, also you can think about this. This is kind of like a day tour, because if we go over that mountain over there,
Yeah.
we're very close to Half Moon
Okay. Yeah.
Bay, and then after Half Moon Bay, we're 1 day's ride from Santa Cruz. And from Santa Cruz, you can take the bus back if you don't want to bike over the mountain back to San Jose.
Cool.
Or you can then bike to San Jose. So, like, if you wanted to do actually like a 3-day tour, we could go to Half Moon Bay next time,
Okay.
and then camp Santa Cruz after that, and then stay in the backyard at my friend's house in San Jose,
Okay.
and then bike up the peninsula to San Francisco.
Sounds good.
But you know, you got to be able to do, you got to work your way up to 45 mile days.
We'll get there.
It's not too bad. Like,
No.
I think you're gonna do eventually more coming back to San Francisco than if we were just to continue to have the thing. Because you go over this mountain, do double slide,
Oh.
and then
Yeah.
it's pretty much like downhill to Half Moon Bay.
What do you think? Another month? Think we should do it? You safe enough if we go every weekend?
If we haven't been going.
What's this? This is 12. We're doing 24. I need to do double that, damn.
But you're also doing hills, so it's 24 plus hills, so you can almost think of it like 30 or something.
Yeah, we should start a podcast. Name of Politics. I like us. I listen to us. We sound like credible sources, 2 designers. One in hardware, one in graphics.
I don't want to be doing too many things at once, but I'll tell you what, we can either write on Medium or we can do a vlog on IGTV, or we can do a thing on my YouTube channel. So it can be a podcast, but as long as it fits like a thing I'm already doing daily.
You know what we do daily. I mean, we agreed upon it. Very good. give tips and tricks to couples.
I'm downing this so fast, I'm practically inhaling it at this point.
No. Slow down. Slow down. We have time to get back. Sun's not setting anytime soon. I had my caffeine. I'm fine.
Yeah, I just don't want another ditz to walk past us within 2 feet with no mask. There's some paddleboarding out there. Fun thing I always tell people, I'm from Moscow, so people realize I'm Russian, and they say, does it snow in your country? Do you hunt polar bears? Do you live in igloos? And I say, sure. And then Russians ask me, oh, you live in California, do you surf to work? So,
Nah, you bike to work.
well, everyone has misconceptions, I guess.
About,
And
yeah.
then the second thing is people do surf to work in California.
That's true.
They sometimes paddleboard across the water. It also is very common in Miami, I hear.
Yeah. I mean, it's like there's a group of engineers on our team, and they just like live in San Francisco, come to Pacifica, surf, and then go to work. That's their commute. Surf in the morning.
Yeah, when I worked in Los Angeles, I worked in Culver City, and the designer I worked with, he would actually surf in the morning, so he'd come in with his surfboard and his wetsuit.
Yeah, they dry on the cars.
And I have no idea if she's here, but one of the designers I worked at the previous company I worked at likes to come out to this Pacific Beach to surf.
Yep.
So she would come in, sometimes at 10 a.m. and she already has been hitting the waves on a work day,
Yeah.
nonetheless.
Crazy.
People gotta have their hobbies,
I know.
and if it's an athletic hobby, that's all the better.
Yeah, we can do stuff like that.
I missed the wave. Wave.
Wait. Okay, I'll tell you when a good one's coming. I'm good at catching waves, but not good at standing up. Yeah, it's pretty dead right now.
You know, another thing I've been thinking of that's kind of important to discuss
What?
is how people's perception of the world is based a lot on their post public education, which they get from news media, and how that shapes how they understand the world and the reality,
Yeah.
and how the media is often driven by monetary incentives.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of people that get convinced of things, and there's this kind of public narrative, but it's actually factually wrong.
Yep.
But that doesn't matter as long as you can get enough people to believe in something, it becomes real.
This is a good wave coming. Dead.
So, like, I don't have a really good example. Well, okay, so I got a good example. So, like, right now, right, there are protests happening in Portland.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some interesting things about possibly like federal agents snatching people off the street and not following procedure, and there's a lot of discussion on whether they're stormtroopers or Gestapo, or are we in the beginnings? And when you look at it from the other side, you also see the peaceful protesters trying to torch the freaking courthouse and trying to board it up so that they can burn the federal agents alive inside of it. And so you have these images showing peaceful protesters that are charging the courthouse with shields instead of peacefully protesting next to the courthouse.
Right? And then you show the peaceful protest, and you show the more agents on the other side.
So, I mean, the thing isn't that somebody's right and somebody's wrong. there are situations in life where you don't know what's happening. And the only thing you can say as a reasonable human being is, I don't know what the heck is happening in Portland, right?
Yeah.
Or you can say something else, which is both sides are right to a degree. Or you can say, yeah, or you can say that both sides are actually wrong,
Yep.
which is also plausible,
Yep.
right? Like the protesters trying to kill federal agents is a federal felony and is wrong. But the federal officers being there and riling up the mob is also wrong. And abducting people willy-nilly on the street because they're wearing black clothing because they think they were part of the protest. And the local Oregon State Police or local, Portland City Police doing that, not doing that, right, is also kind of wrong. So
I think the most important thing is partially wrong. No one wants to admit that they're wrong.
So the analogy I heard, and I can't remember who it was, maybe it was Isaac Asimov that said this, maybe it was someone else, but it's absolutely brilliant. And it goes something like this. You have a Martian come down from another planet, and they land in front of you, and they come out of their spacecraft, and they ask you, we have a Zubazorb, and we can't figure out if it needs a blue orb or a purple orb. What do you think, human? And that's the case in which you answer, honestly, I don't fucking know. I don't know what, you should do because I don't understand your technology. I don't have any point of reference here. But all too often, human beings try to take a side, and people like to feel smart. They like to feel that endorphin rush of answering or picking a side or picking a team or a tribe or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And so people, and this has been also shown in experiments, people will choose a side, or they'll be given fake information and they'll start to agree with things they didn't choose initially.
Yep.
So and then we see that in California too. We have Californian elections, and we have a process in California where we can vote for changes to the Californian Constitution. And people will vote for or against changes without knowing what they are or how they work or what the repercussions are. Where the right answer is, I don't know what this is going to do to the state of California, people just vote instead of abstaining from voting when they don't know better.
Yeah. I think it's like that's the thing, is like, yes. Ooh, that's a good one. Sorry, I've been like mesmerized by the waves, but I have been listening. Oh, there's a big one coming, you should turn. There's so many things out there in the world that are like quote unquote debatable, and there's always a right argument and a wrong argument for both sides. So it's like there's a lot to take in, but it's like you can make an informed decision of how much right you want to do and how much wrong you want to do, because there's always for right answer there's a consequence to that right answer. Like, let's say you're taking a drug and the side effect of the drug is worse than, like, let's say it's alcohol. There's more benefit to alcohol, but like, let's say meth, like there's more, like, you choose your drug, you choose your policies based on like what you want from it, but you need to defend and know why you chose it. I think that's the thing at the end of the day, is like healthy debate, having the rights and the wrongs and knowing that you're wrong in some capacity.
It takes a lot to be able to admit when you're wrong.
Yep.
And to be able to grow as a human being.
Yep.
And I think there's two things. One, people, and it is a known scientific fact, people start to defend themselves and they start to become entrenched in their idea if it's wrong, and it's being proved to them that it's wrong. So by forcing somebody who's incapable of changing themselves to admit that they're wrong, you're just getting them more and more entrenched in their wrong position. That's the natural way that they defend themselves. But also, sometimes people fall in this uncanny valley, I forget the name of it, where they assume that they know more than they do.
Yep.
You know, they're like too dumb to know that they're dumb. Or another way of putting it is they're not dumb, but we all do this.
Big wave.
We all don't. We all don't know everything about the world, so we have some biases or gaps in our knowledge about certain things.
Yep.
And that's where we may not be in general dumb, but we just don't know enough about it, and therefore we assume that we're smarter than we are because we don't know just how much knowledge in that area of expertise we are lacking.
Yeah. Also, it's like the thing is like if you have two sides to an argument, right? And you think you're on this side of the argument, you're gonna find the other side of the argument and all their like wrongs. You don't confront your own wrongs. If they're looking at your side of the argument and saying, "Oh, you're also wrong." Some people are like, "No, I'm nothing but right." Instead of saying, "Yeah, I actually acknowledge that I'm wrong in this way, and I own it."
Yeah. So we just got to figure out how to live together.
Yeah, I think it's like
As
a
human
lot
beings.
of emotional awareness to be like, cool, I'm not perfect, I'm a human, and therefore everyone else is, forgivable in some capacity because there are choices people make with consequences, and like alcohol, like your side effects, because you chose this as your drug of choice, might outweigh, it's like you make a decision, but you defend your decision. And it's wrong, so that come with it.
Yeah. But I guess kind of the nuance that I'm getting at,
Yeah.
right, is we have to get the fundamentals right in order to have discussions and debates that lead us somewhere that is constructive.
It's like not ego-based. I think that's the thing. Ego sometimes gets in the way of candid, like, feedback or candid, like, yeah, I just think it's like there's a lot of ego on both sides of this argument, especially around masks. If you go on and say, "Hey, I'm wrong," it's like, no, I'm nothing but pride, and it's like, yeah, from our side, people wearing the mask, there are statistics. Can we validate it? No. Do we believe in it? It's a certain point of faith, yeah, that the statistics are right. But knowing that this is the best outcome for helping people, like, I'm going to choose to put myself at sacrifice for other people's well-being. And I'm going to put it, like, and if I appreciate that of other people, I don't know how much my impact will contribute or anything like that. There's no way to know until you die. It was like, look, she died because, I don't know. But I think the side of the no mask theory is like, we really don't know what's going on at a higher level. But at the same time, how can we? A lot of government information, CDC information. Like the statistics you're sharing with us give us a narrative that is pointing us in the direction of be safe, stay up. Is it validated? I don't know. But at the same time, had China lying about the number of cases. I think there's the case of like Trump trying to fudge our numbers. Turkmenistan having 0 deaths, but still doing precautionary things. Like that shows a sign that something's up and we need to be aware. I don't know. I'm blabbing now.
Well, at the end of the day, maybe one of the things that's leading to instability in our world is just too many people. Maybe at some point, having too much of a mass of people that you have to convince of something, regardless of what it is a losing battle.
That's true.
Maybe we need to, as a planet, start thinking about not just global governance, but also licenses for having children.
Yeah.
Like it is a hard debate like who should decide who should and shouldn't have kids and why, but we have too many individuals who can make wrong decisions. We're now just becoming aware that we're all in it together and all of our actions affect all of us, and we all live on spaceship Earth. And when we are unable to convince a large percentage of our global population to do something in the interest of the global community, it becomes really tough going for us to sustain our civilization and our technological momentum.
Yeah.
So maybe those are the two things we need to think about. Like, how do we build a global community beyond sovereign states, and how do we move forward as a global society in terms of having enough of a population to move forward, but not overpopulate to the level where we can't control or predict our future and ensure our success as humans.
Yeah, well, actually, this was a point. I was talking with my father about this week. Is a lot of politics, religion, business are monetary institutions. They really don't care about the sustainability of the human species. You know? Think about that. Like, why are they sending us back to Earth? Monetary purposes? Why are churches reopening? Monetary purposes? Why are educational institutions? Monetary purposes? Like, are we valuing human life and sustainability over this? No. The same is true of climate change. People are, making it so it's not a thing. But I think the thing is, we need to really think about our philosophy of how, like, what is success of the human condition? Is it that we live long? Is there longevity here? Or is it just to make as much money as possible while killing off our species? I think there's a sustainability and individual, importance that needs to be talked about. Anyway. This is too much.
Let's right off the bat.
Last thought.
Shower thoughts.
Shower thought. The interesting about Black Lives Matter is that think of like colonialism and everything like that, and like slavery institutions. People get uncomfortable when minorities get together because they're scared that they will do the same as they belong to minorities. Like, there's a fear. Like, they're like, oh, they're gonna start putting us in chains and other things like that. But at the end of the day, it's not that. We've learned from those mistakes. We just want to see and have a voice as far as like making things better in leadership. And I think there's a lot of fear around talking about it. There's fear that how aggressive the oppressor has been, they think they think minorities will turn around and do the same onto them, when that's not the case at all. We just want equality. At the end of the day, that's all it's about. It's sad. But I mean, it's like, think about this. Sci-fi. When people write about aliens, they talk about them colonizing the Earth, coming in, waging war, putting us into like slavery or whatever it may be. And that's because of the real fear that like humans do onto humans, that level of like getting distracted. It's like humans do onto, like, if it were like, that's the scariest thing that like a human being can do to another human being, is to oppress and colonize and so on and so forth. But to even think that an alien species would come here and have the same motivations that we have done to ourselves, like, that is like a legit fear. Like, that is the true villain. Like, what if we don't know what aliens would really want, but we're projecting our own ideas of what has happened in human history and the human past, and think, oh, they would do the same to us. It's like the other in any situation is like big and, everyone's scared. That's the thing. But the model of how people have been treated, they know it's wrong. Like, white people know it's wrong. They're just scared that minorities, women, LGBTQ will do the same thing onto them. And that's mainly the arguments that they're having, white supremacists, Trump, and stuff like that, is like, they're going to rise up, they're going to put us into, like, concentration camps and stuff like that. It's like, no, that's not the intention. We just want to have this not to happen. Anyway, I'm done. I'm done with my bit. Last thought, last shower thought. That was it. I'm done. End scene.
I just wish we could all get along and realize that our diversity makes us stronger
I know.
and more vibrant,
Yeah?
and it's good for business.
Oh, yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you never know if it's going to be a black woman or a gay man that comes up with the cure for AIDS or coronavirus or the next plague that comes along. You never know if a
Don't be the next Picasso.
Chinese autistic is the one that leads the breakthrough in computer technology, or has a impact on civic policy that changes how a country works.
Yeah.
You just can't predict these things, and by saying that somebody, because they're other and they're different than you, you're just limiting the potential that we can have as human beings. And that's short-sighted.
Yeah.
That is ultimately,
Yeah.
in a matter of speaking, a way of shooting yourself in the foot.
True. It's in a way, it's very similar to the meta conversation, talking about sustainability of human life, or sustainability of like the human species, to cut off and say no. People to encourage diversity of thought and like change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People build on each other. They
Yeah.
riff on each other. And like my college professor always said, ideas come from ideas. So when you have a diversity of ideas and you have the opportunity to build on each other's ideas and each other's work and different vision and life perspectives, then you can really start to collab on some beautiful stuff.
Yeah.
And if you don't have that, if you essentially have what amounts to like monoculture, then you have a uniformity of thought. You have a similarity of thought. You have order and boring sameness.
Yeah.
And when you run across challenges you need to solve as a community, as a society, you can only think one way.
Yeah.
You may not be able to overcome that because you don't have unique perspectives, the unique out-of-the-box thinking, or lateral vision
Yep.
that's necessary to overcome that problem.
It's very much like the bananas.
Yeah,
For reference.
bananas.
Bananas. Bananas are a monoculture. They are killed off by a fungus. There was a species in the 60s that's no longer alive because of a fungus that, because we've created like genetic copies of each other. So if they gets the fungus, it will wipe out a whole species of bananas. So in this day and age, we have the Cavendish banana, which has no seeds, and scientists are rushing to find a way to make sure that another fungus won't pop up, but also trying to find violent in trying to genetically engineer these bananas to have more diversity genetically.
So, based off that,
Yep.
we actually have a scientific basis for why we need to invest in diverse communities, diverse individuals in those communities,
Yep.
and diverse ways of thinking about reality, the world, and our place in it. And all these things can come together in a really beautiful way to forge a beautiful future for the planet.
Yeah.
If we start, down the path of somebody's better than somebody else.
No, everyone is. Well, we should go off the thing that no one's better than you, and you are no better than anyone else.
Everyone has potential. Everyone has the opportunity to do something amazing with their time here, and they should be empowered to do that.
Yeah.
So if we have government policies that we as citizens are voting for or impacting, we should tend to lean in the direction of supporting diversity.
Yep.
Because for business, for community, and sustainability, like for selfish reasons, essentially. Like I want to support somebody who's as different from me as possible because I know that they're invested in my future as much as they're invested in their future.
Correct.
And me helping them succeed, especially if they're the lowest rung of society, will advance my needs the best way. If the lowest among us is well respected and well taken care of, right, then even those people have an opportunity to contribute.
Yep.
If they fall through the cracks, and if we allow them to fall through the cracks, then they don't have that opportunity, essentially, right?
Yep.
And we're back at that uniformity of thought, 1984, Zig Heil and all that crap. And that's just a losing proposition.
Was that eugenics?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been proven over and over again to be a failed idea.
Yep.
No matter how you look at it, no matter which country tries it next, it's still going to be a failure of human endeavor.
Yep. Yeah. Start a podcast. This was a great venting session.
Yeah. All right, we're going to back up for real this time.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
we can
Love
sit here
podcasts now.
and drunken ramble all day long, but I'm running out of wine.
And my caffeine's gonna run out. Can't get over to health. Okay. Let's back up, clean up, do the things.
Back up, clean up, get up on your life.
I knew you were gonna say that. That's very much right.
All right, so this is going in the trash. Well,
Recycling. Well, there's a trash over there.
and then the mango's going, and
Yeah, the mango's over here by me. Where's the other one over there?
right, the sand all over my mask.
Oh shit.
This is going on my bike.
I need your help.
What?
Oh, thank you. That's all I needed.
Okay. Maybe after we send this, you'll want to watch our drunken ramble like tomorrow.
Yeah, let's do it. No. You might. Oh. Your brace?
Nope.
Okay.
Just fell in the sand. Probably sand in the charging port.
I really like that clip.
Without even watching it, you already dig it.
I did it.
Yeah.
I felt like I came to some conclusions I didn't think of before.
Never been on a drunken political philosophical rant with me before.
No, like on the beach in Ocean Beach, we kind of did our own philosophical debate. A little bit, but not as deep as this. This is more political.
I think this was more
Light?
user friendly. We didn't stray into the complicated bits.
This? Yeah. You have good examples. You have good points. Okay, I want to go to the bathroom before we go.
Yeah, no, we should do that. Thank you for lightening my load.
Anytime. I milk chocolate.
I doubt that out of the people that send shit in,
Yeah.
there'll be many that go on a beach to have a philosophical discussion. Okay, are you taking care of the mangoes? Because I'm doing the wine.
Yeah. I'm gonna pick up my bike now. Nice. Are you still filming? Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm just doing the, killing the battery thing.
Are you over?
There?
Yeah.
Bathroom and that's oh,
I look good on there.
that looks like that has a where you want to go, there or there?
I really need to go.
Okay. Here, bring me your bike, I'll stand here. Well, other than the geysers and the I'm jealous of her bike. It's better than mine. Yes. Wreck. I built this bike myself, but this bike is all new, all carbon fiber. Super nice. the dude walks out of the restroom, and there's another dude walking in, and they go within 6 feet of each other. And the guy that's coming out without a mask, and the guy that's going in without a mask. The guy that's coming out without a mask is like shaking his head, like, dude, you came too close. And I'm like, you could have just worn masks, and then it would have been fine. Both of you.
It's like, oh yeah, that's like way too dependent on courtesy. Like you're like, let's say you're going to like a building and you're just gonna assume that someone's gonna open the door for you. Wear a mask.
Yeah, you can selfie yourself for a while.
Hi.
Put this here, so
Fun times. Bike up the hill. Bike up the hill. It's been a long day. What time is it? I'll just live with it. I will live with not knowing. Wow, he's been filming for 47 minutes. We got surfer. Let's see if we can see anyone catch a wave. Oh, this guy's got it. Oh, stand up. I wonder how hard it's gonna be going back up. He hasn't told me. I'm all nervous. I can do it, but I'm just nervous. Definitely gonna pass out when I go. Well deserved nap. Well deserved. Also justifies eating more, which I'm really excited about. What's for dinner? We'll see. Man, we started so early. Usually we sleep until 10. This really got him up. Wasn't my doing. This is his whole life. Well, this is just his, like, going around the city bike. Yeah, I'm gonna justifiably eat a lot of food. Cool.
Want more of your gel?
Yeah, it's in my pocket on, yeah, that. Can I get some too? Thank you. This is for you. Well, actually, I should do the phone as well because he handed this to me right as soon as it got out. Okay, well, it's kind of clean. I did the sides. For you. You ready?
I like to chop it up in 1 hour segments. When you
Mhm.
start climbing that, I'll stop and start it again.
Okay.
That way there's a 1 hour thing to load, upload.
Sounds good. Oh, like each hour in this day, like best highlights.
No. If you do it in 1 hour increments, it's less likely that it will load part of the way and air out.
Okay.
So about every hour increments, I stop and start it again, so I break up the
That makes sense.
videos.
Yeah. Okay. This is our
see.
diary. Okay. Got it.
We're going to walk in that direction for about 9 minutes. That'll be good. Oh, I thought you turned it off.
Did I? No. Did you?
Oh, I thought you did, but you did, apparently. You want a free water bottle? Free
What?
coronavirus? You want a free water bottle?
Do I want a what? Water
Free
bottle?
bottle.
No. Ew. No.
How about free whatever that is?
No.
Free sandals?
No.
Free sandals, everybody.
Ashtray?
Yeah. Whatever the shit.
Oh, I should get my gloves on. Oh, well, you don't have your gloves on yet. We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there. What? Yeah. It's a small little guy. Another surf bike for the carrying surfboards. sure. Hold on.